There were talks that were taking place between Iran and US earlier. There were about 5 rounds of talks that were held. A sixth was about to take place, but somehow things broke down. Israel and Iran were trading missiles after a while, and then the US of course came in and struck 3 nuclear centers as well. But as far as the latest is concerned, let's in fact take a look at some of the visuals that are coming in. Let's hop back to the visuals that are coming in from the ground. Of course, we do know that Masoud Pezeshkian is addressing the Leaders Summit. Before this, Narendra Modi was speaking. Before that, Alexander Lukashenko of Belarus was also addressing the gathering. But Xi Jinping has already put out his opening remarks. He stressed a lot on multilateralism, on the BRI as well, mooted setting up an SCO development bank in order to align with the development goals and to also do away with the hegemony, of course referring to the US-led bloc as well. He stated that China will provide 2 billion yuan in grants to SCO states this year and will issue additional 10 billion yuan loan to SCO Interbank Consortium over the next 3 years. He has stated that China will double the current number of SCO scholarships and launch an SCO PhD program as well. In the meantime, of course, that's not all he said. He has in fact stated that the SCO should leverage the strength of their markets in order to improve trade and will need to enhance cooperation as far as green energy, science, technology, innovation, AI cooperation is concerned as well. He's highlighted that China is ready to build a friendly network with the people of the SCO countries in order to promote true multilateralism, and that China stands on the side of international fairness and justice. Interesting statements in light of the tariffs that Trump has been slapping. Remember, Donald Trump's tariffs have been declared illegal by a federal court in the United States of America. There is no stay currently that the court has put, allowing his administration time to in fact make an appeal in the US Supreme Court. But the Supreme Court is conservative leaning. We will see whether they will in fact rule in his favor or not. Back to live visuals coming from the ground. I believe my colleague Megha Sharma will be joining us very soon. If the PCR crew can clarify once. All right, it seems that we're having some trouble as far as our senior executive editor's network connection is concerned, but the latest we're learning is Pezeshkian is speaking at the SCO Summit. You can see those visuals on your screen, viewers. Interesting visuals earlier in the day. Leaders of 3 of the 4 most powerful nations speaking to each other, sharing a candid moment. Of course, we've seen a thaw in ties between 2 of these countries recently, namely India and China, but Vladimir Putin also speaking to Narendra Modi and Xi Jinping. Quite the conversation, quite the engaging conversation. The leaders seem to be smiling and interacting with each other. Modi, of course, put out a tweet later as well, indicating that the conversation was quite lively in itself. This candid moment was of course followed by the Leaders Summit taking place. He had stated that it was always a delight to meet President Putin. There seems to be an audio issue as far as my colleague's connection is concerned. We will try to get that resolved. In the meantime, I'd like to go back to Major General Rajan Kochar. He's still with us on the broadcast. There have been a lot of interesting developments over the last couple of days. I'd highlighted, in fact, there was a meeting that had taken place between Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan and Xi Jinping. This meeting particularly stressed on the BRI initiative. We've seen several other Central Asian countries as well, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, also take part in the BRI initiative. where do you see this project heading to next? Because a lot of these countries have in fact been quite receptive. They're of course also looking at formally joining the SCO, some of the smaller countries in Central Asia.
Belt Road initiative is picking up well, and as a matter of fact, there was a meeting in Beijing some time back where all these countries representatives.
हाँ जी अभी भी नहीं आ रहा हेलो
100 countries. I don't know the
तो
exact
मुझे क्यों नहीं आ रही इसके बाद
स्पीकर के इसमें क्यों नहीं
these are there who are part of the Belt Road initiative, and it's an excellent opportunity for China to market its goods as far as its manufacturing capacity is concerned, which is very good. So I think the countries also are looking forward to shake hands with.
अभी भी नहीं आ रही है
As a matter of fact,
Can you hear me?
the SCO alliance, if you look at it per se, the people had joined this alliance, especially the Central Asian republics which you mentioned, basically to join hands with China and to get some kind of assistance in terms of loans, in terms of infrastructure projects, in terms of manufacturing items of their requirements, and especially when China is a leader in the world market as far as magnets and semiconductors and things, electronic items especially. And we in India, as a matter of fact, in most of our electronic items, Chinese parts are there. So you cannot deny that fact that China is the leader as far as this is concerned, and that is why it has become a contender with the United States. As a matter of fact, is challenging the United States as far as the world leadership is concerned. But a problem with the China is China's track record has been such that not many countries are able to go ahead and trust China because of its tendency to. You just have a look at how many border disputes China has, because India is not the only one. Every neighboring country of China has a border dispute with China. Even a country like Bhutan, there is a border you dispute with Bhutan, and we are now hearing that China is trying to pressurize Bhutan into some kind of a barter, and it wants Doklam because of the strategic nature of that location. And we are also not. We should also not forget what is happening in the South China Sea.
Absolutely.
And especially Taiwan, and what is happening with the Philippines, and how China is exerting itself, how China has occupied the Spratly Islands, how missile bases have been put there, how China stops the other countries from using the waters of the South China Sea, and this freedom of navigation exercises by the United States is actually meant for that purpose. So China's reputation as a world leader, I don't think it can match the way United States is going about it. Of course, there has been a dent in the perception of the United States in the last couple of months, and I'm sure a better sense will prevail on the leadership in the United States to bring things on to track. Because in case they don't do that, United States is going to lose a lot. So that is my opinion of the entire thing, and therefore we find that this Belt Road initiative has been a great success for China, though it may have, India may not have joined it for the reasons which have already been mentioned here. But apart from that, what we are actually hearing is China is moving in, and this Afghanistan security dialogue is part of the agenda of the SCO meet this time. And we had a recent visit of a Chinese, one of the ministers to Afghanistan.
Foreign minister, yes.
Yeah. So what we are actually seeing is the extension of this.
Indeed, sir. It seems that we've lost your connection. We will try to get that sorted. Thank you so much. I'd like to meanwhile thank all of the guests who are joining us on the broadcast, who've taken our time, of course, to share their perspectives on these developments that are coming in from the SCO Summit. Of course, we've seen Xi Jinping speak earlier in the day. Following that, Belarus's Alexander Lukashenko also interacted with the other leaders. Narendra Modi, India's Prime Minister, also addressed the summit. As we're now learning, Masoud Pezeshkian is also speaking. It seems that